Alright, I'm gonna start this review by talking about the thing that I like the most about this camera, and it's switching from horizontal to vertical mode in less than 2 seconds. It's as easy as this. You can do it fast, you switch, you go into the vertical mode, and these days, guys, where social media such as TikTok, Instagram Reels is so important, it's all vertical. It's a blessing that you can change to a vertical format that easy. Yeah, it works with magnets, same as it did on the Action 2, but it has that extra click for more safety where it's just impossible now to lose the camera. The second thing I like the most about this camera is this. This is the charging case, and I really do believe this is a magnificent asset for this camera. It's a charging hub, which is basically like a power bank for 3 of your batteries. It can be found in the Adventure combo for those extra 100 or 110 bucks, and I honestly do recommend this because honestly, if you're on the go with 3 batteries in the power bank, you don't really need anything else in one full day. Just a small info for you guys, I spent the morning in that mountain park and I was there about 3 to 4 hours and I just used 1 full battery, which means that for one day you're more than covered with this bundle. Well, now that we're talking about the combo, let me quickly talk about the prices, because this is the price for the regular camera, just the camera, and the Adventure combo, which again I strongly recommend you to purchase, is 100 euros or 110 bucks more expensive. Just purchase that for those extra 2 batteries, the charging case, and a selfie stick, which is pretty decent, by the way. But let's not forget that this is an action cam, and some people tend to forget that. As it's an action cam, one of the things that I'm most interested in, of course, is the stabilization. Rocksteady 3.0. Let me quickly show you a walking test and a running test, and some other footage where the Rocksteady is performing very well. Quick test, guys. Right now you're listening to the audio of the DJI mic connected to my Sony camera. And right now let's jump over to the Osmo Action 3. And I'm trying not to cover any of the mics. Do you hear any difference? Just let me know in the comments if the audio is well enough for you. Oh yeah, and before I forget it, you can now attach also a USB-C type mic, for example, to the Action 3, just in case you want to have a better performance if you're not totally convinced with the internal mics. Now, if there was one thing that caused a lot of trouble to the Action 2 on the internet and a lot of heat, was actually that the camera was overheating very quickly and very easily if you were shooting in 4K 60 with EIS and everything turned on. Now, I haven't been able to test the camera in extreme cold yet because we don't have the snow right here, but I have tested it in heat, and most of the shots that you've seen and that you're seeing on this video were shot above 30 degrees Celsius, and I must say, this is my own and genuine experience. The camera has not overheated or turned off in 4K 120 with everything turned on, like Rocksteady and all that. One of my shots was above 8 minutes, this one actually, and I did not have any problem. It's true that the camera, thank you helicopter, Well, it's true that the camera warms up a little bit and then you can touch it and it is warm, but it does not overheat or turn off because of that. DJI has stated that when filming at 4K 60 with the Rocksteady turned on, the camera won't turn off ever in any circumstance. I am gonna do some tests, especially in the cold, in the upcoming months. Stay tuned, especially in the cold, once we have lots of snow right here. Okay, let me quickly talk about the 3 highlights and the 3 biggest marketing strategy points by DJI. First of all, being 4K 120. It's a really great experience, and here are some shots where I added some slow-mo in post. Just enjoy. The second thing is the double touch screen on this camera, which is also particularly helpful if you're attaching the camera somewhere and you just want to change some settings. You just don't have to take it off anymore and then swipe and all that. You can do it from the front screen, which is always really helpful. And finally, yes, I took it underwater. I swam a little bit, as you've already seen. Here are some shots, because this camera is waterproof up to 16 meters without a waterproof case and 60 meters with a waterproof case. And I mean, either you're a dolphin or 99.9% of the people that are going to be using this camera don't really go any deeper than 16 meters in the sea. So I think you're mostly going to be covered with this one as well. There are 3 things that surprised me a lot that are worth mentioning when filming in this pool. First, this pool was really dark and the image quality is pretty decent, so thumbs up for that. Second, you could use the touchscreen even being wet and with water like it was dry. Sliding and pressing worked flawlessly. Finally, look at these last shots taking the camera in and out of the water, and no drops are to be seen in the image, so this is pretty awesome. The DJI Memo App is pretty straightforward. It will automatically discover your Osmo Action 3. You just have to select to join the Wi-Fi and automatically it will connect. So once it's connected, you automatically get in as well. And here I just wanted to highlight a few things. Top left corner, 3 dots. Make sure that you always shoot in the Pro mode. If you're not familiar with this Pro specs and all that, you can leave it in the beginner way, but you can pretty much do here everything that you can do also in the camera. Change the field of view, the grid, the white balance, the color mode into the cine-like or normal, and you can have some alerts and histogram. For example, if we go into the video mode, you can change, of course, all the resolution and the frame rates. You can change and go into the manual mode to expose properly, and that's pretty much it. On the bottom you'll see that you can also do live streams, Facebook, YouTube among others, and that's pretty much it. You can do slow-mo, which is a 1080p 240, always interesting, time-lapse and hyperlapse, and bottom left you can see what you have already filmed. And that would be pretty much it. You can move the histogram around, and yeah, by the way, you can create your own custom profiles. For example, you like 4K 60 in cine-like and you just want access to it, right? So you can save the settings, for example, in this case C1, and every time you select C1 you'll have 4K 60 and cine-like. Well guys, overall I'm pretty happy with the Osmo Action 3, basically because I don't consider it anymore just a minor competitor of GoPro. I actually think that there are many things about this camera that are even better than GoPro, and that would make my choice definitely, not because I like DJI, because I do, but honestly and genuinely I do believe that, for example, that quick release with the magnetic turning into horizontal or vertical very easy in less than 2 seconds, the charging case and a few other things just make it for now unbeatable. I know the GoPro 11 has still to come out, but from what I've seen and read in the leaks, it's not going to be too different. So honestly, for me, this thing wins. And of course, once the GoPro 11 is out there, I'm going to make a comparison. So like if you haven't liked this yet, sub if you're not yet, hit the bell, because nice things are coming. So nothing really else to say, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, that you thought that it was helpful. I don't even know how to talk anymore. Nothing really else to say. Always remember to keep calm and talk UAV.